Hey, everybody. If you offend easily, have you tried turning it off and then on again? All right, y'all. So I wasn't around last week and I apologize. The holidays are such an intense time, isn't it? I hope you all had a happy one, and I hope the future of your holidays are just as happy. In the meantime, let's do some tarot reading. I know y'all must have missed me by now. Let's see what we can find out. So, as always, I want to remind people who maybe don't remember or are just new to the channel that we are using the Neon Tarot, which comes up with some beautiful artwork on it under black light, hence the light that I'm under now. Not to mention, y'all can't see how old I'm getting under this light. All right, folks, let's see what's in the cards for you today. Let's see. Ooh, first and foremost, we have the King of Wands, the King of Ideas, the King of Ambitions, the one who wants to start something, the one who has the power, the drive, the motivation, this is the one who's probably creating your plan, probably guiding your plan. This is the one who's also starting something, good and bad. Probably good because it's in the upright position. So, let's see what that's about. And as always, forget the fact that it's a king. I don't care if it's king, queen, he, she, they, them. Don't take a gender specific card and think it ain't about everybody. All right? Just want to let y'all know that. We have a reverse justice card. And I want to get that up nice and close so y'all can see that under the black light. Isn't that pretty? So we have the Justice card in reverse. Something's not fair, something's not going right, something is out of balance. You may want to take another look around, see it from a different perspective, maybe look outside the box because you might be a little too close to see how unbalanced something is. And if you do see it's imbalanced, then it's kind of on you for not putting it back in order, all right? Just saying. And of course, y'all can see I'm always constantly moving the deck around, getting fresh energy in there, also making sure I get the most random pull. We have a reverse world card. Going to show it to you upright because it's very nice and pretty. All right. So we have it in reverse. Your world's been turned upside down. Things are not feeling the way you... Ooh, pardon me, folks. Weather. Allergies. The world is not turning the way you thought it would. The world is really out of sorts, really in a state of chaos. I can see where the person with the plan might come in handy because your world's kind of topsy-turvy. All right, you really need some guidance. You really need to figure out a new method, new way because, the chaos you're experiencing can only change if you work on it. I've discovered that tone makes it sound like real wisdom instead of just... whatever. All right. Ooh, very pretty. Ace of Wands. So remember we were talking about that plan, that direction, that guide, that motivation. That is a new start. That is a new beginning. That is a new idea. That is a new direction. I want to say it's a new direction. I understand the aspect of the wands and the fire and all that, but I've always felt that there was that guiding light aspect, So this is a new light has gone up to let you know, hey, it's a lighthouse in the fog. There's a direction here if you want to come this way. All right. So let's see what else we get. I've done a lot in only 4 minutes. Ta-da! Two of Swords. We have, again with the whole balance and all that, although this one's in the upright position. So this does indicate you have the ability. If you're sitting there going, I don't know how, I can't figure it out, I don't have the power. Yes, you do. You do, and you really need to be honest with yourself. Let me just say that to a lot of people. Sit back and really look at what you avoid, what you don't want to look at, what you don't want to admit, and actually admit these things to yourself so that you can start fixing them, start sleeping better at night, feel better about yourself, release some endorphins. And I'm saying that as someone who quite frequently doesn't want to own up, and I force myself to. Because I know I did. I know I did it, y'all. So it don't do me no good to be in denial, especially when I have the ability to fix things. And then, I don't have to live with that guilt in my head all the time. So keep that in mind. You and this ability to put things in balance, be real honest with yourself about what you can and can't do. All right? You're not as hopeless as you think you are. All right? We have Page of Pentacles. Now, see, this is talking about new craft, new job, new money making, new hustle, new skill or ability. I'm going to show y'all that again. That's just pretty. Love how beautiful that is. All right. And it's in the upright position. So this new plan, this new craft, this new skill, this new job is a good idea. If you were wondering, hey, should I do this? Yes, you should. This is a good idea. And I know you're going to start out probably a little less. You might start out with a slight bump down in, I don't know if it's pay, it's status. You always got to start at the bottom. And I understand that we are all worth a lot. But I think the world wants us to prove it before they give it to us. Isn't that messed up? Is it? Ooh, 9 of Wands. Now, I want to double check this to make sure it's what I think it is, because y'all may remember I've been working with this deck for a while, and I still don't know. I still don't remember all of it, which is a shame, because I know my tarot. I really do. And yet I still have to look at my reference deck, my very first tarot, and ask it, hey, I'm not used to this interpretation of it, to this image. I'm not used to the image. Can you show me what I'm missing here? You know, you ever get locked in with one deck and you kind of don't know how to read other decks after a while? Y'all, I'm still learning this one. Please be patient with me. All right? So let's see. Y'all, remind me not to shuffle this deck this time. I keep subconsciously shuffling stuff. 9 of Wands. 7, 8. Oh, really? Gosh, that card does not seem like it depicts that to me. So this is what my original deck, the Cat People, is indicating. You can't really see it, but I really like this deck. And I really like that interpretation depending on this one. Y'all, this does not look like the same thing. It's weird. Maybe this deck has its own interpretation. It's not like I read the book. I just learn by connection. And a little bit of research. So this would be like uncertainty, unsure, maybe paranoia, looking over your shoulder, worrying about what could go wrong, worrying about it's basically your stresses. Being overwhelmed by your stresses to the point where you're not sure your direction. If you were looking for a sign, you're getting one here. You know, I do a lot of these readings, and I always see a little hint of my own energy being thrown at me in these. This one, I have no clue. I can't say I have anything to do with this. This is absolutely true cold reading. I don't know what the heck is going on here. All right. I can't even begin to either equate it to someone I know, look at it and go, maybe this is There's none of that. I have no clue this time. All right. So somebody out there really needs this answer. Here it is. Oh, Ace of Cups. All right, look. That new release of endorphins is coming your way. That new beginning of a new emotional situation. This could be a new relationship. This could just be new support, new friends, new family, new loved one, I really want to call it new romance, but it can also indicate just simply, and I think just as importantly, a place to be able to start your own personal healing, a safe place to really let yourself feel what you really feel without fear. This is a new emotional beginning of something for you. And for the fact that it's in the upright position, yeah, this is going to make you happy. This is going to make you feel better. This is going to get those endorphins rushing. All right. I hear a question, and it's a typical one. Maybe it's just my experience always says, this is what people ask. And it's when? When is this happening? When is this happening? So let me take a look. I will often use the numerics here to indicate weeks, months, days, years. Okay. I do see an ace that indicates a year, but I'm not convinced that that's... Actually, I see 2 aces. I'm not convinced they mean years. And I normally use aces to represent years, but... Let's just say I would like to pull a confirmation card on that, because currently we're looking at a 2-year thing, and I'm like, no. This feels like it's happening in the now. So I would like to pull a confirmation card here. What time? Ah, we have seven of cups. So sevens usually mean weeks. For the fact that I've got a two of swords and two aces, um, I'm inclined to think a 2 week time frame is being indicated. But I'm really looking at that lone nine right there and going, this could be in as little as 9 days. If I had to pull a time frame upon what I'm seeing here, we would go 9 days to 2 weeks from now. All right. Now, I actually feel a lot better about that answer. All right. The cards ain't going to tell you, not unless you go looking that far in the future, 2 years. No, 2 weeks makes more sense. All right. That feels better. All right. We're going to pull a couple more cards. I think I want to pull y'all 1, 2, 3. I want to pull y'all 3 more cards. And then we're going to call it due. All right, y'all. Oh. I've actually not pulled this one in this deck before, and that's, at least I don't remember if I did, and that's just gorgeous. Ooh, I'm happy about that. So we have the Chariot card. Now, remember, we're doing a whole lot of talk about balance. I always felt that the simplest way to explain the Chariot is everybody must be going in the same direction in order to move. Let me re-explain that in case you didn't get it. Everybody's got to be on the same page if you want to get anywhere. Everybody's got to be facing the same goal. Everybody's got to want the same thing. So this is also indicating, you're not alone, is what that kind of reads to me. Like, hey, you've got other people around you that could help you go in the direction you're trying to get to. All right? So, oh, the Queen of Cups. I like the Queen of Cups. And this goes back to the tarot, the Cat People Tarot I was just showing y'all a minute ago for my reference deck. Is the whole difference between someone who can come forward gently versus someone who comes forward intensely. All right. Now, this person, they offer a cup. They offer something that looks good. Being in the upright position, I would believe it is good. This would be a mother-like energy, or a soft parent energy, or even could be even a soft lover energy. But this is a softer energy, not a more intense energy. And that's the way I like to explain those. They're offering you something. The cards indicate it's likely safe to take. So if you were wanting to know if this person was in your corner, the answer is yes. If you were wanting to know, can you trust this person? The answer appears to be yes. Now I'm going to pull one more card for y'all. All right. And this appears to be the advice. The first several cards seem like hey, this is what you're going through. And now this is the advice column. All right. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles. That's interesting. Let me put it up right so y'all can really appreciate it. All right. Now, I know the 8 of Pentacles to be putting yourself in the investment of yourself. What you put into your work is what you will get back. What you put into your life circumstance, what you put into your situation, what you put into your karma. All right. And since it's Pentacles, what you put into your health, what you put into your work is what you'll get back. All right. If you're not taking care of yourself, you can't expect yourself to handle stress. Is it really stress, or is it you didn't take care of yourself? I'm actually having to learn that one right now too. So you're not in it alone. All right. Sorry for the earthquake. I'm actually going through something like that as well. All right. So, the fact that it's in reverse, I'm kind of getting the message that you may have invested too much of yourself into something that wasn't deserving of it. You may have invested in the wrong things, and you're not going to get what you want from it. Usually when I see something like that, I would say, hey, you may want to go ahead and find something new. And lo and behold, you had a Page of Pentacles earlier, an Ace of Cups earlier, Ace of Wands earlier. You had a whole bunch of, this is a new energy, new beginning that seems to be coming your way. I advise you to take it. This really looks like it has a point. All right, y'all. I said I was going to quit at 2. We're going to do one more round of just one card. One card to rule them all. All right. We have the devil card. Are you serious? All right. So, generally speaking, I know everybody goes, the devil. Yeah, this is more based instincts. This is more the primal part of yourself that you try and civilize, the part of you that wants to fight and screw and drink and revel and get into parties and break stuff, and yeah, that general archaic energy. And it does indicate that the devil is a great temptation of a whole bunch of vices that you may be swayed to follow. I would say this is because he's in reverse. You're not holding yourself to higher standards. You're not holding yourself to a higher level of civilization. You're not holding yourself to your highest, best form. You may be overindulging, overdoing it, or basically just not trying. This is a whole bunch of, y'all, wake up. What you're doing is not helping you. You have a new beginning. You have someone you can trust. Take those and leave behind what has not worked for you. All right? That's all y'all get. We are well past my typically aimed for 15-minute mark, so I'm just going to say bye, y'all.